Ice cream. Just hearing the word takes you somewhere warm. A summer afternoon. A cone dripping down your hand. A smile on a kid's face. It feels safe. It feels innocent. But what if that frozen scoop was hiding something you'd never expect? Bacteria, mislabeled allergens, even metal shards. And for seniors already managing medications, heart conditions, or kidney problems, a single contaminated bite can go from dessert to disaster in minutes. Today, we're going through the brands you need to stay far away from, and ending with the tea you can actually trust. Let's start with the worst of the worst and work our way up. 1. Blue Bell. Starting at number 1 on the danger list. Blue Bell, the so-called down-home favorite with a deadly track record. They've built their entire brand around the idea of homemade flavor and family tradition, smiling cows, porch swing nostalgia. But that soft image has been covering up one of the worst safety records in the entire frozen aisle. Go back to 2015, Blue Bell was at the center of a listeria outbreak that claimed 3 lives. Not stomach discomfort, not a minor sickness. 3 people died because of bacteria hiding in what should have been a harmless treat. The CDC traced it directly back to them. Hospitals yanked it from their shelves. Schools had to pull it from cafeterias. And yet, somehow, Blue Bell survived. Jump to 2025, and they're making headlines again, this time for allergen mislabeling. A nut-filled carton sent out with 0 warning on the label. For a child with allergies, or a senior on blood pressure medication, 1 spoonful could cause seizures, dangerous swelling, or respiratory collapse. And here's what makes it worse. Recalls in the United States are mostly voluntary. That means Blue Bell gets to choose how they announce it. No alerts at checkout, no breaking news. Just a quiet PDF buried on the FDA website where almost no one looks. The brand has been flagged multiple times and still lands in nursing homes, school cafeterias, and hospital freezers. Whistleblowers have described the plants as running on aging equipment patched together with duct tape. Machinery not cleaned properly, the perfect breeding ground for invisible bacteria. The packaging screams farm fresh, but what's inside has been compared to spoiled meat. For seniors with kidney issues, who already process toxins more slowly, adding listeria or hidden allergens into the mix can be devastating. Their bodies simply can't fight back the same way. And while the ads show happy kids and country music, that's exactly where the betrayal lives. They sell comfort. What they sometimes deliver is chaos. 2. Breyers at number 2 on the danger list. Breyers. For years, this brand was the go-to for families who wanted something that felt clean and simple. Short ingredient lists. A reputation for honest dairy. Seniors especially trusted it because the branding whispered gentle and safe. But that simplicity quietly disappeared when corporate priorities took over. Take a close look at the fine print on many Breyers cartons today and you'll find something disturbing. Frozen dairy dessert. That's not a flavor. That's a legal classification, meaning the product no longer contains enough cream to even qualify as real ice cream. A premium-looking carton hiding bargain bin contents. In 2025, Breyers recalled over 6,600 cases after allergen mislabeling. Cartons labeled safe for nut-sensitive customers actually contain nut ingredients, with no bold warning and no national alert. Just another quiet PDF uploaded to the FDA website while families assumed their dessert was safe. Owned by Unilever, one of the largest food corporations on the planet, Breyers is no longer the family brand it once was. It's a profit machine. And when margins tighten, formulas get cheaper, quality shrinks, and ingredients get swapped out. What used to melt into silky cream now collapses into a gummy, rubbery texture that clings to the spoon. Former plant employees have described batches pumped with so much air that half the container is essentially foam. You finish a pint fast not because you ate more, but because there was less real food inside. For seniors, the hidden additives carrageenan, vegetable gums, corn syrup solids, can interact badly with medications. More sugar than a glazed donut. More sodium than a small bag of chips. All while the packaging screams purity. 3. Rich's Ice Cream at number 3. Rich's Ice Cream. The brand you've probably eaten without ever choosing it. That's what makes it uniquely dangerous. You don't see it in advertisements. It slides into your life through institutional contracts, school cafeterias, hospital trays, nursing homes. In 2025, Rich's recalled over 100,000 single-serve cups following a listeria scare. Listeria can't be smelled or tasted, and when it hits someone with a weakened immune system, it can cause paralysis or death. The The CDC estimates about 1,600 listeria infections in the US every year. Riches contributed to those numbers. Most families never knew, because there was no loud announcement, just paperwork moving quietly through state agencies. Whistleblowers have described these facilities as factories, tight deadlines, and sanitation treated like a box to check. For a senior recovering from surgery or a child, that cutting of corners isn't just irresponsible, it can be fatal. Riches thrives on invisibility, no marketing. Just quiet contracts that prioritize savings over safety. That plastic cup with the peel-back lid isn't just dessert. Sometimes it's a risk. At number 4, Friendlies. Pastel colors, old-school fonts, affordable scoops that feel like a memory of summer afternoons. On the outside, completely harmless. But here's the disturbing reality. In 2025, cartons labeled vanilla bean were actually filled with cookies and cream. And those mislabeled cartons listed neither soy nor wheat. Two of the most common allergens in the country, missing entirely from the label. A parent picks up vanilla, reads the label, feels safe, hands a spoonful to their child, and suddenly they're in an ambulance. Food allergies are not a rash. They can mean seizures, swelling, respiratory failure, and death. The FDA estimates allergens send around 200,000 people to the emergency room every year. What made Friendly's situation even more alarming was how far the mislabeled product spread. It moved through UNFI, one of the largest food distributors, flowing into supermarkets, school freezers, and hospitals across multiple states. When a mistake travels through a supply chain that massive, the chances of catching it early drop close to zero. The response: a whisper. A quiet recall notice, some product pulled. No national alert, no real accountability. Seniors relying on simple, trusted labels are especially at risk. A single missing allergen line can mean a catastrophic reaction, particularly for those already on blood pressure or immunosuppressant medications. Their bodies don't recover from those reactions the way a healthy teenager's might. One former employee joked online that quality control was just a sticker gun. Staff forums describe packaging lines where speed overrides accuracy. Cartons swap mid-shift to keep up with quotas. Accuracy traded for speed. 5 Cold Stone Creamery. And at number 5 on the danger list, the worst of all, Cold Stone Creamery. Bright counters, smiling staff, the theatrical sound of spatulas smashing candy into creamy scoops. Cold Stone sells an experience, but behind that marble slab, the story gets a lot less sweet. In the mid-2000s, Cold Stone's cake batter ice cream was linked to a multi-state salmonella outbreak. People across several states fell ill, some were hospitalized. Rather than face it loudly, corporate PR buried the story under sprinkles and birthday balloons. Salmonella doesn't announce itself. No smell, no color change. Just one cheerful-looking scoop carrying bacteria that can knock someone flat. For seniors, dehydration and kidney stress from salmonella poisoning isn't just uncomfortable, it's a genuine medical crisis. Former employees have admitted that mix-ins occasionally fall onto unsanitized surfaces, then get scooped back into orders. Gummy bears, cake scraps, collecting bacteria on a slab wiped down with the same cloth all day, then folded into your cone like nothing happened. The outbreak was years ago, but the lesson hasn't changed. When image comes first, safety gets managed, not fixed. Now, the brand's worth buying. 1. Tillamook. Rising to safe pick number 1. Tillamook. Tillamook is owned by a farmer-run cooperative in Oregon, not a faceless multinational corporation. Real cream, real sugar, no high-fructose corn syrup. No fillers with names that require a chemistry background to understand. When you open a Tillamook tub, it feels heavier and thicker than most other brands. The scoop holds its shape instead of collapsing into watery slop, because it's packed with actual cream, not stabilizers. The FDA doesn't require brands to call their product ice cream unless it meets a minimum 10% milk fat standard. Breyers quietly dropped below that line and changed its label. Tillamook clears it easily and doesn't hide it. Tillamook is one of the rare national brands still resisting the trend of hidden additives and gums. For seniors managing diabetes or hypertension, fewer hidden additives means fewer interactions with medications and fewer unpleasant nights. Former employees at Tillamook facilities have described genuine pride in using locally sourced cream from cooperative farms. No mystery powders, no shortcuts, real ingredients from real farms. That's not marketing, it's how the product actually tastes. And at safe pick number 2, the best of the best, Strauss Family Creamery. This is not a corporate brand hiding fillers in fine print. Strauss is a certified organic creamery in California. Built entirely around pasture-raised cows and family farming. No synthetic hormones, no antibiotics, no mystery syrups sneaking in alongside the word vanilla. Just cream, sugar, and ingredients that sound like they belong in a kitchen, not a laboratory. Strauss was the first certified organic creamery in the United States. Walk through their production facility and you won't see vats of stabilizers or tanker trucks of corn syrup. You'll see stainless steel tanks filled with real cream from cows grazing on coastal pastures. Here's something striking. In Europe, many of the artificial additives commonly used in US ice cream are outright banned. Strauss voluntarily skips them. They hold themselves to a higher standard than the FDA even requires. A choice most large corporations would never consider making, because it cuts into margins. For seniors fighting blood pressure spikes or managing kidney conditions, that matters enormously. Strauss keeps sodium almost non-existent, making each scoop a genuinely safer indulgence for people living with heart disease or hypertension. Former food inspectors have pointed to Strauss as a model of transparent labeling, the kind of accountability that brands caught mislabeling allergens or pumping in fillers would never survive. A USDA report found that over 70% of dairy products in US supermarkets use milk from cows treated with synthetic hormones. Strauss is proudly in the 30% that refuses. Cleaner milk, safer cream. Fewer long-term risks tied to hormones and metabolic concerns. If you're standing in the freezer all trying to make the right choice, flip the carton. If the first ingredient isn't cream, put it back. If you see corn syrup, gums, or sodium listed before milk, skip it. And if you see the name Strauss, that's the one worth taking home.